Welcome back to a casted game on the brand new February patch. We've got Give You Anxiety, who is currently ranked 82 in the ladder. He is playing here as the French, up against 400. Don't know how to say the rest of his name. And he is playing as the Delhi Sultanate. He is currently ranked 44. So top 100 game. Should be good. You see him opening up with a mosque right away here and going for the berries and wheelbarrow. Now, for the Abbasid and Delhi, they're always going to be going for berries now since their berry rates got buffed this patch. And in fact, I think it's probably so much of a buff. I don't know if it's even worth going for these sheep like he is doing here. I think now it's probably like even worth the walking time to go to the berries. But he's top 50. I'm not. We'll see if this is the way. Give You Anxiety over here. Going for his gold. Standard French opening. 7 food, 2 to gold. If you have not yet played French, they're a very strong civ. They're very easy to learn and pick up. So if you're looking to branch out your civ palette, give French a try. They're kind of fun. They were a little bit of a stigma when they first came out because the Royal Knights were so overwhelming before spear bracing. But it's a fun civ. I like to play them from time to time. Look at them out here getting these sheep. And up against the Delhi Sultanate, I can imagine he's going to lay some pressure down early because the Delhi, they like to take these sacred sites. These are worth 200 gold a minute per Delhi, and they can get them as soon as they finish researching Sanctity right here. And that is just, if Delhi gets that and gets any map control, you're really going to be in an extremely tough spot because they just are super strong behind that eco. But early game, one disadvantage for Delhi up against French, in my opinion, is you want to get your barracks and your spearmen out, right? Well, the Delhi, they have to upgrade their spearmen to hardened spearmen. There's several civilizations that have to do that, right? So there is a window of time when they're going to have weaker spearmen if you're getting in there early enough with your cavalry. So that's something to consider, but Delhi's going to queue up all those techs, of course, once they hit the next age. Look at this. It looks like GUA is going to be dropping down a forward school of cavalry with 5 villagers. So he's trying to age up pretty fast. 5 villagers, that's quite a few to have on that landmark. And he's leaving 6 on food and 2 on gold. So considering this macro, I think he is likely going for those Royal Knights. We've seen some French players opening up with horsemen these days. But anyways, let's see what's going on in Delhi. Going up with the Dome of Faith, the only landmark of choice. I get asked this question all the time. I know you guys like the Delhi Sultanate, but there's the Tower of Defeat that we call it, or the Tower of Victory. People always ask me. This gets asked about like every few weeks of like, FitzBro, what do you think about in this scenario? Could Tower of Victory be the way to go? Maybe like this is the way to go. And I have to tell you with a very, very certain answer, it is never, ever, ever, ever a good idea to go with the Tower of Victory, aka the Tower of Defeat. There's no reason to do it other than memeing on your opponent. Maybe you'll get a lower skilled opponent and you can get a victory off, but I'm telling you, Dome of Faith is the way to go. You get the cheaper scholars, you speed up your researches, you get faster eco, faster armor, faster units. Scholars are the way to go, and getting them at a cheaper price, being able to get Sanctity faster, I think it's absolutely 100% you got to go Dome of Faith. So if we've got any strong Tower of Victory supporters listening to this, make sure you leave your rebuttal in the chat or in the comments. I like a good quality AoE debate. Okay, GUA's in the next age. He has his Royal Knight in queue. He did not choppy any wood in transition. So sometimes you see wood being chopped in transition in order to get the archery range down. So interesting, he did not go for that at all. Now, fun fact, me and GUA is actually a former Age of Empires 3 pro. He was actually a member of the AoE4 balance team for some time. But I faced off against GUA a lot because I played a ton of AoE 3 before I got into AoE 4. I mean, I played all the AoE games as they've come out, but for the last year, I really played a ton of AoE 3. We even streamed some earlier this week. And I actually, in one of the EGC TV tournaments, I played against GUA, and I was able to beat him in one tournament, which is probably my highest accolade I will ever have because he is a very good player. Over here, we've got barracks. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look, so he's queued up this hardened spearman. It's going to take an hour, a minute and 20 seconds. But meanwhile, he has no units in queue. And this is the window of opportunity. And I think GUA maybe knows that. That's why he's getting in here as soon as possible with the Royal Knights. And this is an exact demonstration. Oh, now look at that. He canceled his upgrade spearman. He realized it. Now, unfortunately, he did run around the corner. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. We'll see if he's able to out-task the Taskmaster, as he's known for quoting. Okay, he's going to guard his spears at the guard at the berries, but look at that knight. That took a stab from that spearman, but didn't even barely take any damage. Royal Knights, they are beefy boys. These are true Chads. You know, some may say Royal Knights and Man-Arms, they're actually supposed to be in the 3rd age, but for some reason, there's a few civs that get 3rd age units in the 2nd age. Okay, GUA coming in from the front. That knight has not done any damage, but if he can draw the Eye of Sauron back to his base, perhaps he can get a pop for the front, which he does get a hit on those villagers, but the spearmen are ready to meet it. Oh no, a ring around the rosy, and he does escape. And even though that is a low HP Royal Knight, GUA is going to get this Chivalry upgrade at some point, and he can heal him right back up. So we'll see if he does that. I gotta say, 400 doing a really good job of defending his villagers so far. You can see he put a Scholar inside of that barracks and was able to use efficient production to increase the speed. Now, efficient production is the tech you get in the mosque there during the Dark Age. But it basically makes it so 1 barracks equals 2. It gives you a plus 100% speed. So that's another reason why you gotta go for Dome of Faith. He wouldn't have even had this Scholar. He would have had to ungarrison this Scholar if he even wanted to do this if you went Tower of Victory. Okay, now GUA does have archers in here now, shooting at the wolf, fighting infantry, and now we got a villager probably going to go down. Does he get the villager? Boom, 1 villager goes down. That knight taking a few hits, but it does escape. What's going on in the back? Nothing up there. Okay, so nice villager pickup for GUA. In the French, by the way, they do train villagers faster. So it's a civ perk over each age. They get a faster training rate for villagers. Let's see what's going on back at home really quickly. He's got 9 villagers on food, 5 on gold, and it looks like he's going to berries. 15 on berries. Surprised he's not going for the hunt that's right out here. Has he scouted it? He has a little bit, but playing it safe, going for the berries. Okay, knight taking some hits, but staying alive, Okay. And he's going to get away. Oh, did he build his blacksmith? Not yet. I guess I could have looked at the unit. I am really excited, guys. I don't know if those of you who saw the ranked beta, but one of the features in the ranked beta that's going to be coming out this spring, one of the features was they updated the UI so that when you get upgrades, instead of like just updating this stat to say like 33 or 4 or something, that it adds like a +1, like 29 + 1, 21 + 2. So it's really easy to clearly click a unit and see like, oh, he has his upgrades without having to have every single stat memorized. And sometimes you forget. I think it'll be a really nice upgrade to the UI. Now we do see those are hardened spearmen now, so they're hard. They've got those long spears. They're going to be. Look at this. He's done a really good job, honestly, in defending his resources. So if you're Delhi, sprinkle a few spearmen about. But even with that, look at this. GUA is so sneaky. Oh, he almost gets the villager, but he gets away. Honestly, 400 is missing one of his civ perks. He has 300 wood in the bank. Imagine a wood, like if you build a wall right here. This a wall segment right there would help prevent the flanking that's been going on. And but I mean, he's doing okay. Maybe he wants to save that wood for something else. But I think building a few wall segments is always in your interest as Delhi. Okay, now look, he's got this sacred site with that scholar, so plus 200 gold per minute, and he can start thinking about an age up if he wants to, or you can build a market and you can trade that gold. Okay, so GUA's chilling back. Got all his archers. Is he looking to age? I don't think so. Maybe he's trying to bait his opponent out? Let's see. He's grabbing the sacred site. Got to be careful. The spearman coming in. What's going on over here? Some spearmen chasing. Okay, he does have chivalry. You see these knights healing? I'll be honest, guys. They already get knights in the 2nd age. I feel like chivalry should maybe be an age 3 tech. It's kind of crazy you can heal up knights in the 2nd age, but I don't know. Maybe not. Delhi's so strong. I think even with that, I think Delhi's a good matchup. Delhi being one of the strongest civs on ladder right now. Okay, now he's got archers, though. If he can take out the spearmen, this is really going to change. But look at this. GUA has ran his enemy around, and look, now he's taking out the scholar, taking the sacred site, wiping out these forces. This is bad for 400, because once French gets the numbers game, you're going to be in big trouble, because how do you deal with these archers? Because they're going to kill every one of your spearmen, and these knights can just wreak havoc. I've got chat correcting me, saying, technically, Delhi has healing in age 1. You know, you are right. So does HRE. I honestly think for the healing mechanic, they should heal when they're doing this, when they're standing still. For AoE3, there's some things that heal, but they only heal when they're standing still. And I think that'd be probably reasonable. It's already a cavalry unit running. The passive healing while moving seems a little crazy, but anyways, it's not like French have the #1 win rate anyway, so. Okay, so GUA is got pretty nice military advantage, I think, right now. Let's look at the military graph here. Okay, you can see he's killed 7 units. Oh my gosh. He hasn't lost a single unit. Am I reading this correctly? Talk about amazing micro. 10 minutes in, GUA hasn't lost a single unit. That could change right here, but wow. That is some serious micro. That's a feat. Kenny, the knight's still alive. Now I'm watching. Like, watch, guys. See, do any units die? Oh, he's probably going to use an archer here. He's going to lose a unit. Oh, there we go. His perfect military record. They're going to write stories about his military conquests. If you're a soldier in GUA's army, you know you're going to be well taken care of. He micros like no one else. Okay, looks like he has casualties. He has lost 3 to his enemies, 22. Look at that income per minute. -0 gold somehow for Delhi. Let's look at the villagers. 43 for GUA, 37 for 400. So picking off a few vills and, of course, having that training bonus that the French have. And now he's just chilling back. He's healing up. He's fine, in no hurry. Okay, and now he's going to just start targeting some buildings. Look at this. Boy, oh boy. What does the Delhi Sultanate do in this scenario? Jamming the knights in there. As he picks off the spearmen, his knights could just have an absolute field day. I keep wondering if he's going to age behind this or something, but now he just making knights. He's got some additional stables, 2 archery ranges. He's having a good time. Delhi, meanwhile, 1 of each buildings, it looks like here, and moving around the efficient production. He's also now throwing down a barracks. So this is tricky. So he needs like a large number of spearmen to deal with these knights, but at the same time, how do you deal with 21 archers? He has no standing army. I'm sorry, he has 9 inside the town center. He does have an army, but like that's the biggest difficulty is if you can't deal with these archers, your spearmen are going to get absolutely roasted. Look at that. That knight taking full fire from that town center, and it just barely taking damage. I mean, that tanked like how many volleys of all those units? Wild. Picking off a few more villagers there. Okay, I don't know. I feel like GUA might be wearing Delhi down, guys. How could he come back from this? 400 ranked much higher than GUA, and this will be certainly an upset against a civilization that's considered by many to be a higher tier at the current time. Okay, killing another scholar, taking that sacred site. He hasn't really been able to lock down the sacred sites. GUA's done a good job containing. I mean, he's just been pressuring his enemies since this started. Just chilling back. Waiting, not throwing his army away. Okay, let's see if 400 has something in store. He's making a charge. Will this be the definitive battle? But GUA says, nah, I'm not going to fight under that town center. He just pulls back, doesn't take the bait. There we go. Knights taking the brunt of the horsemen. Archers, a little bit of a split there. He's trying to target down the spearmen. In doing so, honestly, it's okay if he loses a few archers. If he could kill those spearmen, the knights can take care of the rest. Okay, here we go. Knights coming in. And he is just taking down the spearmen one by one. And once the spearmen are down, there's going to be no hope of killing these royal knights. But I don't know, 400. This is the best push he's had the whole game. Using the scholars to heal, a good idea. Scholars, of course, you can get all those techs. I mean, he's got them probably fully teched at this point, so they have lots of HP. They deal out some nice healing. But now look at this. He's whittled down the spearman number, and now this is where Delhi's in big, big trouble. Honestly, I almost wonder if 400 should have waited just a little longer before committing to this, but GUA was just poking so much. I think he's feeling the pressure. 41 vills for 400, 52 for GUA, and he is just slaughtering 400's army right now. And I don't know, guys. It's looking like this could be GG. There can't even be a crazy Wololo. We're still in the second age. Archers, though, getting knocked out by the horsemen on the back line, but those knights still all alive, and many of them with plenty of HP, and of course they can heal up too. And now look at that. He can just pull back. And, some long wood chopping here for 400. Less than ideal. He built these towers. He kind of had to. But look at, he has 1,000 wood in the bank. I feel like maybe he could have spent that a little better there. But just excellent micro there from GUA. Has he lost a knight? I don't know. We can't confirm or deny that. But you can see here, 64 units lost for 400, 27 lost for GUA. He is a master microer. You know, it's just, you can obviously tell that, you know, from his AoE3 background that he's just a superior AoE4 player. Okay, where's all my StarCraft and AoE2 players getting triggered right now? Okay, here we go. Knights coming in. This could be the final battle. Horsemen surrounding the archers. Spearmen getting on. This is messy. Can't really tell all what's going on here. But I just got a feeling GUA is probably going to pull ahead here. Because there's probably villagers losing this match too. The Knights just don't appear to be dying at all, despite there being some spearmen there in this battle. And look at that, yet clean up what's left of the army, killing the villagers. Man, I think 400 gave it a good fight. Early on, he really protected his villagers with the spearmen, but GG is called GUA, give you anxiety, being the lower ranked opponent in this matchup, and maybe the lower tier civ at the moment, though we have to consider the matchup, taking the victory. I hope you enjoyed this casted game. If you're watching over here on YouTube, make sure you leave a subscribe and give me a comment down there. It helps with the algorithm. And those of you on Twitch watching this live, go leave a comment when this goes live and let me know you were there. I'll see you in the next one.